take the half a teaspoon and we're going to do 3 big pinches and see if it's about the same. Okay? And we're going to put it in our 1 liter, more or less, of water. Okay. No, we're going to take this salt here that you measured and take out of it pinch so that we can see if the 3 pinches is about the same. 3 big pinches. Good. It's hard to get that last pinch. Maybe a little tiny pinch more since we didn't get much in that one. Okay, so that's 3 pinches. Okay? Now we have our sugar. And again, we're going for the small spoon. And how many do we want? Who's reading their manual? 6. Okay. So that's 6.
Dalawa, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And please take the big spoon and stir it up. Okay, this was water, salt, and sugar.
Okay. Pagkatapos natin i-mix, ilagay yung yung asukal at asin, kailangan tunawin muna natin sila. Okay?
But right now, it is becoming life-saving medicine.
At sa pamamagitan niyan, ay makakapagligtas na ng buhay sa natural na pamamaraan.
So now, if you are an adult and you have diarrhea, you need to drink at least 1 liter of this solution per day.
Okay, dun sa mga matatanda at pag meron kang diarrhea, iinom ka ng 1 litro niyan.
And you need to drink 2 additional liters of water.
At after niyan, 2 pang basong tubig.
Okay? So 1 of these and 2 of regular water.
Okay. Isa niyan, 1 pitcher niyan, at 2 pitcher pala na ganyan din. Okay. Oo. Pag meron kang lang diarrhea.
If you have a child that has diarrhea or you are working with a child that has diarrhea, they need to be drinking every single time after they pass stool. And even if you can get them to sip every 5 minutes, they need to take a small sip of this solution.
Okay, dun sa mga bata, kinakailangan every time, pagkatapos nilang dumumi, paiinumin nyo sila ng tubig na yan, and bawat oras ay at least sumisip-sip sila ng tubig.
If you don't have sugar, you can replace it with 8, not just 6, but 8 heaping teaspoons of flour, like powdered maize, rice, wheat, or sorghum flour, or even mashed potatoes. You can switch this. A simple carbohydrate will help.
Okay, pag wala daw asukal sa bahay, alam niyo, pwedeng gamitin yung bigas natin. Dudurugin niyo siya, o kaya patatas, o kaya anything na, yun, katulad ng puting kanin na pwede siyang gamitin sapagkat kailangan niya ng carbohydrates sa kanyang katawan. What about the honey? No.
You can use honey. Yeah, it talks about here that you can use sugar or molasses or charcoal or honey. Yeah. Honey
Yun,
would
pwedeng
work fine.
honey, pwede.
If you have coconuts, you don't have to bother with any of this because God is so good. He gave you exactly what you need.
What about the measurement if they're going to use the honey?
I think, yeah, about the same as the sugar. Honey is a little more concentrated, so you might not have to use 6, maybe 5.
Oo. Pag yung honey, siguro since medyo matamis siya, pwedeng mga 5 kutsara, pwede.
And what is super important is that you don't keep this day after day. You have to use it in the same day that you make it.
Okay, ito ay kinakailangan gamitin lang dun sa araw na yun lang, ha? Hindi nyo kailangan ulit-ulitin yan, ha?
Okay, so this, I promise you, you need to know this and you need to teach this in your classes. When you are working in the villages, you need to teach all the families how to do this.
Ito ay importante na ito daw ay ituro natin pag tayo ay nasa field na.
Now, if you go to the health center, they might give you a packet of ORS solution. And those are good, but people need to know how to make it for themselves.
Pag tayo ay pumunta sa mga pagamutan, binibigyan nila tayo ng ORS. Pero sabi nga niya, ito ay mga natural dito, maganda dito, and kinakailangan ituro natin ito sa kanila.
This gentleman had a question.
May tanong ako, sir. Sa maliit naming komunidad sa barangay, sa bayan, ginagamit nilang ORS, yung sabaw ng buko, is that applicable?
Okay, because in their community, they're usually using the ORS as the coconut water. Because that,
They add that to the coconut?
no, they just drink it there.
Just the coconut.
Oh yeah, just the coconut
Yeah, the
water.
coconut water is the best.
Mas maganda
How many
yung
times?
tubig.
God is always the best.
How many times?
How many times? Yeah, so I don't know exactly how much water is in a coconut, but I'm thinking probably drinking 2 or 3. 3, probably.
So, pag sa ganyang kaso is siguro 2 o 3. We have a particular measurement for that. I think it's just 1 liter, 2 liters.
1 liter of the ORS for an adult, and then for the children, let me look. It depends on the size of the children, but a small child, age 2 or older, normally needs 1 liter of water daily. But when sick with diarrhea or vomiting, the child needs to be given sips or spoons of ORS every few minutes, equaling 100 to 250 milliliters after each watery stool.
Doon sa matanda, pwedeng 1 o 2. Pero doon sa bata, 1 litro okay na yon. Depende sa Depende kasi yan sa sa sukat at laki ng bata.
How many of you think this could be helpful in the places where you're going to be working?
So sino naniwala sa atin na ito ay malaking tulong sa mga komunidad nating pupuntahan?
Okay, and how many of you know how to do it?
At sino sa inyo ang alam paano gawin to?
Okay, yay. That's
Parang
our goal.
konti lang yung tumaas. Only few of them. Sino sa inyo ang alam na gawin to? Yung tinuro namin. Okay, very good.
All right.
Is this
very
the
good.
same as dextrose solution?
Yeah, it's like a
Or
dextrose.
ionized water? Is this?
I don't think it's the same as ionized water.
Buko or
Dextrose
niyog.
is just another word for sugar.
The same.
Or
Okay
Gatorade?
lang
Gatorade? Is
I
this?
wouldn't recommend Gatorade. Honestly, all the drinks in the bottles besides water, most of it is garbage for you.
We are teaching the
And soy milk. Soy milk. Yay for soy milk.
because
But even this, I would say it has a lot of sugar in it. A lot of sugar.
itong
Yeah.
ORS na tinuturo namin, ito yung practical way. Because we are teaching the practical way.
Mhm.
So, kung hindi available yung mga Gatorade na yan, kasi tayo pupunta sa komunidad, wala naman dyan mabibili.
Wala
So, ito yung
7-Eleven.
practical way lang na itinuturo.
Okay.
Pinakamabilis.
All right. One more thing I want to share with you.
Sir, sugar, brown sugar or white sugar?
I would suggest better to use brown sugar rather than white sugar.
Yeah.
Mas maganda yung brown na sugar kaysa dun sa puti.
And let me just say, I don't know if people can get molasses here. Can they?
Yung molasses, di ba alam niyo naman yung molasses, marami sa atin dito. Wala. May nabibili akong molasses. Okay.
Okay. Can I just say I hate sugar?
O pwede ba natin sabihin, gusto ko ng sugar?
You know why I hate sugar?
It's my favorite.
No, you're a nutritionist.
Sometimes I try this. I'm sorry.
Okay, we have to practice what
Yeah,
we preach. So he's just learning what we preach,
Exactly.
but he will learn to practice it. You know why I hate sugar though?
We hate sugar.
I hate sugar because what I see it doing to people and cultures. For example, in Uganda, the poor farmers are leasing out their land to the sugarcane farmers.
Dahil daw doon pala, sa katulad ng sa Uganda, ay yung kanilang mga lupain doon ay tinataniman nila ng mga asukal.
You know, we have a health message that I have to admit I'm a convert, and when I heard what Adventists teach about caffeine, coffee, tea, and sugar, when I heard about it like 10 years ago, I thought, oh my, these people are very uptight.
Noon siya daw yung naging Adventist at natutunan niya ang tungkol sa pagkakape, konsumo ng asukal. Kita niya kung ano ang epekto nito.
I have to say, at that time, in the mornings I was drinking coffee, and in the nights I was drinking wine.
Okay.
But I was not an Adventist.
Okay. Dahil doon siya, pag umaga, nagkakape na, sa gabi, nagwa-wine. Pero nung hindi pa siya Adventist. Pero ngayon, and now,
And I will tell you, I went through an experience, I don't know, I can't remember what I said here before, but I went through an experience in my life about 8 years ago where I went through a very dark time, like valley of the shadow of death.
kwento na niya na nakaraan, di ba? Naalala niyo yung kwento niya?
Depression.
Oo.
Yeah. Yeah, and I got anxiety, I got depression, I had insomnia, I was a mess.
Yun. Na-depressed daw siya.
Can you imagine somebody named Joy who's depressed?
Imagine niyo ba si Joy? Mukhang depressed?
No, I was. This was eight years ago.
Noon yun. 8 taon nang nakalipas.
I'll give you an example. I was like, had this anxious thing and I was chewing on a pen. You know how when you're anxious, you're doing weird things.